Yeah, as much in 2023. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to raise them more in 2022. This could entirely happen. And the downside, if this happens, will be fascinating to see, the least, to see what ends up happening. And based on what Jay Powell said yesterday, it's entirely possible. He did not rule out a 0.5% rate hike. If anything, he kind of implied that they could easily do a 0.5% rate hike. I don't know if they will, because I still think it'll be a little shocking to the market. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that banner was still there. But anyway. Okay, so okay. Ooh, let's see here. I'm going to take a look for a moment at BTC. I'm hopping over into ftx.us, which, keep in mind, if you sign up using the affiliate link in the description down below, ftx.us will give you a 10% discount on all trading fees, although their fees are already substantially lower, but 85% lower than the competition. So check that out via the link down below. But here's your BTC on the 1-minute chart. Let's go zoom out a little bit. Sometimes it's important to not only, well, I think it's always important. It's always important not to only get stuck in the 1-minute candles. And here, what's interesting is you've got the Fed meeting day that kind of brought the market down right here. This is all J-Pow right here. All of this is just J-Pow. Pain. Bottomed out around yesterday evening. We've kind of been on a little tick back up, which could potentially be the analogy for the roller coaster. Okay, let's go get ready for the bell here. See how sticks are doing quickly. So Seagate moving up, Rude, Netflix up almost 6%, Toast up 5.25%, Cloudflare, look at that, good 4.88% here. Etsy 4%, really nice. Upstart, you've got Nvidia, Shifts up 3.4, Luminar 3.3. There's charge points over here at 3.3, Lemonade 2.8, Arc is up a tiny little bit. And moving to the downsides, very little. Still about 1 page. All right, let's get the bell. Yeah, it should be right now.
This is a Chevron market. It is. You know, it's funny. I had a conversation this morning with a big growth manager, a lot of TMT previously. You know what he was buying? Schlumberger. Yeah, Schlumberger's going to have a spending cycle for international just beginning. Halliburton already had good double-digit numbers throughout the world. So, Carl, I mean, if your people are confused, oil is it going
Look
to be?
at that! How green today! I mean, what an incredible sort of look of the S&P heat map compared to what we've been used to. It's just been so substantially red. We'll see if it lasts. That'll be the tell today. Let's see if it lasts. So let's get in on over here. So yeah, okay. Intel down about 3.0. Okay, Intel. Look at this. Intel dropping on open here. A big question mark here is it a fake out again? You know, is this going to be another false start? So far, looking at the S&P 500, we got a nice green open here. Let's get to AAPL here. AAPL also moving nicely here, going into earnings. Nice push here on Apple. Got Enphase coming up a couple percent. Upstart 5%. Netflix just zooming, folks. People looking at that chart going, well, probably not just the chart, but the forward valuation of Netflix is not that bad at all. I mean, relative for being one of the mega caps, I think the thing's trading for like 15 times earnings. Really incredible. Amazing for one of these mega caps. But anyway, Netflix, and that's not even future. That's just like now. You look at the trailing 12 again. But anyway. So you've got Nvidia 4.4%, Upstart coming in a little mixed here. We'll see if we end up holding on to some of these gains or not. Etsy also a little mixed. So it's Cloudflare here at the start. Here's Luminar kind of had some excitement here in the pre-market, rotating down a bit right at the open. And how's the QQQ doing? QQQ rotating down a little bit here. NASDAQ actually rotating down in the first few minutes. And Tesla is down 2%. Oh, it's just mind-blowing to me that Tesla could report the incredible earnings that it can and be down like this. But it's so incredible. I mean, I said it before Tesla earnings. I said it so many times. I thought Tesla was going to go down after earnings. And that's not because I don't love Tesla. It's just because it does that. So, like, I don't think that's terribly unexpected. But it seems like 6 out of 8 times this thing goes down after earnings. It's crazy. Ari says, it's a fake out. Fool me once. ... Yeah. What is it? Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I want the pain to be over. Don't just stop. But wants and hopes are just that. Wants and hopes. Lemonade, 4.6%. They're priced to book. And this was one of the reasons I bought Lemonade. Their price to book is like 1.9. They have so much cash on hand. It's really incredible, and this is beyond allowance for debts and liabilities and so on. Which is interesting because you get the thing with insurance companies is prepaid revenues or liabilities because they're not earned yet, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Look at Seagate though. Seagate's deciding to take off. Seagate's becoming the swing trade of the day. You can be careful though. This is what I talked about yesterday. Is that momentum? And look at that. I mean, the curve on Seagate has actually not been bad. That is incredible. I mean, here's January over here. The thing was selling for $59. Seagate's been a double. You're almost at a double on Seagate from the beginning of January of 2021, last year, which is incredible. Someone says, I can't believe NEO is going to get close to under $20. Is that true? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. You're right. Gee, lordy. That is insane. That is really, really insane. Large rotation down here on NEO. Look at Tesla. Oh my gosh, 3.4%. It's just, oh my gosh. What is the rest of the market doing this too? Upstart, Netflix, Etsy. Netflix doing a little bit of a rotation down. Nvidia's kind of prancing around here a little bit. The triple short QQQ. It's up 3.2% again. Let me look at the SPY. Oops. Yeah, SPY's rotating down too. Oh my gosh. Sell everything. No, don't do that. If you're a long run investor, I can't give financial advice. All right. So, and if I were to give financial advice, it would not be to trade. It would be buy and hodl. I'm going to look really quick to see what the suits are saying about this open here. Fed can now spend some of its gains to fight inflation. That's what I was worried about. That was the first thing I said when I opened up my live stream today, about 30 minutes ago. And my biggest concern was that these GDP numbers are great for the economy. They're reiterating what we believed about the economy. But then this is exactly what I thought. So this came in, 8 minutes ago on Bloomberg Digital Editor here. I thought one of Powell's most interesting answers during the press conference was in response to Colby Smith where he talked about the difference between rate hike plans now and the rate hike plans of 2015. From 2015 to 2018, the economic situation was quite marginal. Inflation was mild, growth was mild, and unemployment was not that low. The rate hikes seemed to be in pursuit of some idea of normalization, getting off zero for the sake of getting off zero, as opposed to addressing any real inflation or overheating threat. In that type of environment, any economic headwind or market volatility was the reason for the Federal Reserve paused. Now, Pyle. Now, Powell thinks his hand is much stronger. From the Fed's perspective, the situation isn't marginal. It's banked an extremely impressive recovery and can now spend some of those gains to fight inflation. That is it's very eloquently put compared to the jibber jabber that I said at 30 minutes ago. But it's the same thing I said 30 minutes ago. In fact, I think this person could go even further in reiterating that Jerome Powell during the conference yesterday at least 4 times said, well, look, the economic situation right now is stronger, so it could merit a stronger policy response. It's one of the times he said that was directly in response to somebody asking, essentially, in a fancy way, oh, but the stock market's falling. Like, doesn't that take some risk out of the system and mean you could relax a little bit with rate hikes? And he's like, look, we don't care about financial markets as long as they don't affect inflation and jobs. And quite frankly, I think the implication he was sending, which was a very strong implication, was the jobs market is fine. We can dampen the jobs market. We get plenty of demand for jobs. Not worried about that at all. And inflation is so high that we got to do something. Yes. Ishtar 0077 here says this person listened for more than 20 minutes. Yes, this is a slam at Josh from CNBC, who went on CNBC yesterday and was much more positive about Powell's conference, but he did, in fairness, and I'm glad he said it. Said he only watched for 20 minutes, and I'm like, dude, if you had watched the whole thing, you would not be saying that. Good one. It's a good one. Oh, geez. All right. But yeah, that's a fascinating potential reiteration of fear that I don't think bodes extremely well for L market going forward. But take a look at Tesla now. It's going back to the support line. OMG. It is at 893 right now. And Tesla has fallen about 4.6%. If I still had all my Tesla shares, just that decline right there would be worth, the way to look at it is whatever the percent is, call it $100,000. So that right here would be, it's down 4.5%, would be 450K. Now, wait, I know that's bad to do because obviously, like, you have down days and up days, right? Like, as someone who advocates long run investing, just don't look at those daily fluctuations. People always say like, oh, it must be crazy. You made $1 million today or whatever because the stock went up. And it's like, dude, it can also go down $1 million. Okay. Like at the end of your investing time frame, you either made money or you didn't. But the gyrations are insane. Okay, look at that. A little pre-bounce is trying to form a front running that 880 support line. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to look away. Look at Seagate, though. Almost 20%. While everything else is on fire, Seagate's over here. Right next to Smile Direct. Smile Direct Club coming up 6.5%. Etsy holding on to that 4%, along with Netflix at that 6.5%. Yeah, volatility. Okay, let me go see what else the suits are saying. All right, let's see. We can also jump around and look. Let's do a quick little FTX. Go to mettkevin.com/FTXUS to sign up for the most amazing places to trade crypto and get yourself this trading view integration as well, especially if you're a trader. If you use the affiliate link, you'll save on fees as well. Let's check out Financial Times. Let's see what the Brits are saying about us. U.S. economic growth accelerated in the fourth quarter ahead of Omicron. Yeah, that's important to note too. Is these are, the full year read. Well, let's take a look at exactly the way they're describing it. U.S. economic growth accelerated more quickly than expected in the final quarter of 2021, boosted by consumer spending before disruptions from the Omicron variant hit. It's the measure from October, November, and December, right? GDP expanded 6.9% on an annualized basis, up 2.3% from the third quarter, and it topped estimates of 5.5. Fediverse. Apple reports earnings today. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fed chair signals tougher stance on inflation. No doubt. It's like the Andy Samberg. No doubt. Russia has little cause for optimism after U.S. rejects NATO demands. Oh man, yeah, that's when the market really goes ape. That's when we hit the circuit breakers, and it's when Russia runs in. Ukraine voluntary forces train. Russia has said little cause for optimism on Thursday after the U.S. rejected Moscow's demands to roll back NATO's expansion, but left the door open for further diplomacy as the West seeks to diffuse tension. Well, that's good. That doesn't sound so terrible. You can't say that our ideas were taken on board or that the U.S. and NATO showed any kind of preparedness to listen to our concerns. Yikes. Dmitry Peskov. Deutsche Bank. Probably CEO over at Deutsche Bank complaining about the war for talent, sharply rising compensation. Very concerned about an escalating war for talent across investment banks after a sharp increase in compensation costs left the division's profits far below investor expectations. Every single bank has seen that. JPM, Wells, Bank of America, and even Citi, they all complained about that. Bill Ackman buys Netflix. Retail traders keep faith during Wall Street's turbulent January. Oh, let's take a look at what they're saying about retail investors. Retail investors have leaned into the year's market gyrations, pumping cash into U.S. equities even as share prices tumble from historic highs. Small investors have been net buyers of U.S. equities and ETFs. The scale of daily inflows stood above the 2021 average on all but 2 days since the start of the year. Wow. That's incredible. Are we going back up or no? Let's see. SPY. Hey, SPY's going back up. I wonder if that means Tesla's over 900 again. No. Wishful thinking. Oh, it's painful to see this. Anyway, QQQ down a couple percent. Lemonade's only up about 1% here. Netflix still holding on to that 6%. And Seagate's still sitting at that 20%. Really incredible. Yeah. What's losing today? So Lucid, Tesla, Neo. Oh, Neo is almost going to go under $20. Rivian at $58. All of the automakers. Robinhood. That's ridiculous. That's incredible. And then you start getting into the smaller declines. Tesla is now 4.6. Lucid 5.5%. Yikes! Look at that XPeng, 6.7%. You know, I feel so terrible for like Kathy Wood, and started huge positions here in XPeng. I do wonder how much they have in it. Maybe I don't know how huge actually is. So let's go measure huge really quick. If you haven't checked out the website yet, it's not like sponsored over. Kathy's arc is amazing. I don't know if who puts it together, but it's incredible. Let's see here. XPEV. XPEV. So, okay. They're only in $23 million. That's nothing. That's super, super tiny. But one thing I was talking to Ross and Gally about yesterday on the podcast we did together was look at ARC's ownership in companies, sort by ARC ownership. And look at this, how big ARC has gotten in terms of a contribution towards some of these companies. Arcturus, 18%. Beam, Berkeley, Surface, Personalis, Signify Health, all of these, over 10%. I mean, over 10% stakes in these companies. I mean, Teladoc's a huge company, and she has an 11% stake there. That's insane. Wild. All right. Oh, X-Wing bottoming a little bit here. So is Tesla, it looks like. Getting a little bit of green here off the bottom. Very nice. And let's see here. Netflix at 6.8%, Snap 5.6%, Salesforce 4.3%, Macy's 4%. Okay, let's go back to the FT. I was going to say Financial Times, but FTX also has that link down below. Oh, and tomorrow's my birthday. So you're spending my last day as a 29-year-old with me. That's cool. It's a new decade tomorrow. All right. So let's see here. Let's try the times. All right. So, Federal Reserve signaled it could raise interest rates imminently, citing inflation and strong job market. Yeah, the differences between 2015 and 2018 in terms of how aggressive they're going to be with rates, I think is profound. Fed kicks off most aggressive global tightening in decades. How are stocks supposed to go up on this? I mean, obviously we'll have short-term rallies, but wow. Apple. Oh, this is interesting. Apple to rival Square by turning iPhones into payment terminals. Really? I mean, Apple is planning on launching a new service that will let small businesses accept payments directly on their iPhones without any extra hardware. Wow! Oh my gosh! That is not good for Square. Oh my gosh! Because look, I'm sure you all have seen it. The people, everybody who does the iPhone like checkout stuff now, they have to put like the little dongle in the bottom for the Square adapter, or like the Apple stores, they put the larger case on so that they have the I don't know if it's RFID or whatever it is, but the little chip reader thingies. Not the chips you slide in, but the tap to pay or Apple Pay, right? Near field communication. That's it. Anyway, you usually have to get some kind of case or adapter or whatever for it. The fact that and that was really an insulative blanket for Square, but the fact that here it is. This NFC system is that's used for Apple Pay is now a massive competitor to Square. Now Square also provides the omni-channel, which for business inventory and sales management. So it doesn't necessarily mean that people are like going to dump all of the Apple terminal or the Square terminals. I mean, obviously converting people is something else, but the business service side is going to be key. So I think if Apple actually wants to be able to get businesses to accept payments, they're going to have to provide business services for accepting online payments and in-store payments and managing inventory and things like that. Omicron channel. Let's see if they mention anything about that. That would be huge. The company has been working on the new features since around 2020 when it paid $100 million for the Canadian startup MobiWave, that developed technology for smartphones to accept payments with the tap of a credit card. Wow. In order to accept payments on the iPhone today, merchants need to use payment terminals that plug in or communicate with the phone via Bluetooth. The upcoming feature will instead turn the iPhone into a payment terminal, letting users such as food trucks and hairstylists accept payments with the tap of a credit card or another iPhone, on the back of the device. The moves could impact payment providers that rely on iPhones, such as Square, which dominates the market. If Apple lets any app use the new technology, then Square can continue accepting payments via Apple devices without needing to provide its own hardware. That's actually that's actually a more maybe an optimistic way to look at it. It actually makes it easier for Square, unless of course, what's this? Apple requires merchants to use Apple. Oh, if I mean, that's an important one. If Apple requires merchants to use Apple Pay or its own payment processing system, that could compete directly with Square. Right. The system's going to be very interesting. And then the rest looks like it's just unclear. Sort of reading all of it. All right. So let's go to the downside here. Is the downside still dirty? Oh my gosh, Lucid is down 7%. Oh my gosh. And Tesla sitting down over here, 4.5%. Neo, only about 2%. Neo trying to recover a little bit here. I see Matterport over here as well, and the depths of despair. Yet the SPY keeps soaring. the story of life doesn't freaking matter what you're investing in. This is the SPY. Look at this. And you know what's always incredible is just this thought of like, oh well, the SPY's dominance has to end at some point. And who knows, maybe, but I mean, look at how smooth this has been. The ride for the S&P 500. I mean, since the recession over here. I mean, let me just go to the week chart. Look at the S&P 500 on a week chart. There's our little gyration in the scale of the week chart here. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. Somebody here says they made their first 6 figures investing in oil. Congratulations. You know, I don't do commodities because commodities are a huge boom bust cycle. Yeah, and I've never traded it. Which I do think commodities are like you if you're going to be in oil, you, in my opinion, it's not a hodl. You need to trade it. I don't know. All right. Makes me wonder is it time to short oil? But then again, see what'll happen the day after you decide to short oil because it's so high is Russia will invade Ukraine and oil will go up 20%. You know, that's usually the way it is. The only short, by the way, I have right now in the market is Lucid. Let me see really quick. Oh wow, yep. I have short term is so stupid, but whatever. Feb 25. $30 puts. Still out of the money. I don't think we've gone under $30 yet, have we? It's at 31. Anyway. Okay. All right. Anything else going on? Let's see here. Seagate softening a little bit. Netflix is still killing it. You got Netflix now up to 7% on an increase. Shift Technologies moving up here about 3.88%. You know, one of these days there'll actually be a bottom for Shift. Trade Desk 2.5 or almost 3% here. Dutch Bros 2.7. You know, Dutch Bros had a lot of momentum when they IPO'd. Lot. I thought the valuation was a little high, but honestly, it hasn't come down that much from IPO. Let me see here. Yeah, look at that. The IPO was Oh, yeah, that's right. It was during this boom time over here. This is when I looked at it. It was like $50 or whatever. It's still $50. So if you bought an IPO and you were diamond handing this thing, sure, you saw it go to $81, but it actually has not lost that much. It's, stable. Who can't say that would be like Lemonade from their IPO? This is, here's the Lemonade IPO way over here. It was like $55 or something. And now it's 25. That's crazy. That is wild. Well, 28.90 is what it is right now. Okay. Somebody says Upstart just got right. This is what I talked about yesterday, is these potential shorter term swing trades that are becoming more and more short term. Like, look at this. Pre-market, if somebody was trying to place trades pre-market for the open, they got wrecked on Upstart. Look, you don't even care about the line. I mean, this is from like 8 months ago, and this was a big rallyer. Let me see. Yeah, it was over here. This is where we got our lines from. It's the drama of April and May of last year. Wow. It doesn't feel like it's that long ago, but it's actually more. It's like 10 months ago. Okay. Meanwhile, Seagate moving well. Netflix sitting around that 7% level. And, Tesla just rotated a little bit more to the downside. Tesla, yeah, look at that. Look at that. It tried to recover, and it's failing. I wouldn't necessarily call Redfin cheap, but their stock has gotten very inexpensive. $27. And I love Redfin. Don't get me wrong. I rode them I bought them at $10 in the pandemic. I bought a little bit more than in the late 20s and kind of stopped buying them in the 30s. I did sell them at like $42 or something like that. But look how high they went at one point. $98. I mean, everything was just crazy. So it's just, here's your all of this, I just blame JPOW. But then again, you could probably go over here and blame all of this on JPOW. So if you're going to blame them for the down, you kind of have to blame them for the up too. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Tesla's now at 883. I wonder if it's going to bounce off. I mean, it's getting worse right now. Lucid's down about 8% right now. This has got to be dragging down the SPY. There is no way this is not dragging down the SPY. Yeah, not really. Not really. Wow. What madness. All right. Well, we'll watch the madness continue to unfold in this, what feels like almost free fall here on Lucid. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, wow. Nick, that's a good one. Hold on. Let me see the CNBC breaking news.
Breaking news from the National Association of Realtors. Pending home sales fell 3.8% in December month to month. That's a much bigger drop than was expected. The street was looking for down just under 1%. Now the drop was 6.9%. down year over year. This index from the realtors represents signed contracts. So that's people out shopping in December when mortgage rates were actually considerably lower than they are right now. So what was the problem? Well, very, very little out there to buy. The inventory of homes for sale in December was the lowest on record, down 14% from December 2020, and it was pretty low back then as well. So regionally, sales fell the most in the Midwest and the West, but they were down across the nation. We are seeing more buyer activity right now. Buyers are worried that mortgage rates are rising so fast now that they'll be priced out come spring. But again, the severe shortage of homes for sale is keeping actual sales very low. Carl.
Diana, thank you very much, Diana Olick. Good Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome to another hour of Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Morgan Brennan and David Faber.
Is that the sign of the top in the real estate market? Oh no. Trading has gone from holding for a year to holding for a few months to holding for a couple weeks to holding for a day to now just holding for 20 minutes. Well said. Graphite is abundant. Oh, y'all talking about batteries here. Faded Polo. Kevin, you'll have a chance to buy Tesla around 500 to 650 again in time. Don't worry. I don't know whether to feel good about that or bad about that. Thanks again, Kevin, for sticking around through all the stress and drama. There's always beer. Anyway, Lucid is rubber banding the support line from quite a long time ago. This is $30. It's been a while since we've had these support lines drawn. This was probably back in February. Little bit of an EV bounce here. Little bit of a reversal in that pain. Oh my gosh, there goes Tesla again off of that 880 line, or approximately that 879 line. I mean, it continues retesting that line. It's really incredible. Really incredible. After fully investing again, do a detailed comparison of your 1 to 20 positions versus your trading strategy. Ultimate transparency of brilliance. Fuel the hater. Oh, thanks, Justin. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. People get mad at me. They're like, "Oh, Kevin, you turned into a bear." It's like, well, it's because JPOW is just getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, I honestly did not think it could get worse from the December meeting. I did think the market still had downside in it, but I didn't think that JPOW was going to be more bearish than December. I thought he would just be equally bearish, and it was ugly. It was ugly. Well, volatility index is down 10% today. Smile Direct. See, here's your same kind of trading madness here, 5% and rotating right back down. Although Seagate is still holding on. Western Digital moving up in sympathy. Trade Desk up about 4%. Etsy about 3.9. So a little bit of mixed day here. All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Go to matkevin.com/ftx.us. Check out the programs on building your wealth linked down below. Lots of info on long run investing and real estate. Might be some opportunities coming up in real estate if we end up topping out. There's a coupon expiring tomorrow for my birthday, and we'll see y'all. Thanks so much. Bye.
All right, everyone, good morning. So we've got about 30 minutes to the bell. It's right about 9 a.m. And I'm sitting here looking at the gap scanners, and our leading gapper is Msft. It's gapping up currently 100% with a pre-market high. It's double topping right here. It's a flat top at 75. But this one has gap fill on the daily from a break of 715-ish up all the way up to 11. So I'm kind of watching it to see whether or not we get this move up towards 7. It's around 715 that is the breakout spot. And I'm going to be definitely watching the first pullback on this to see if we can get a good quality trade. Let's see. In this area, there's small trades potential, but for a really good quality trade, we definitely want to see the break of 715 and then a move up towards 1164. So this stock right now meets our criteria from the perspective of float. The float is 12 million shares. It's a little bit over 10, but that's not a problem. It's close enough. It's got 7.8 million shares of pre-market volume, so lots of pre-market volume, which is great. That means it will be pretty easy to get in and out with bigger position sizes, 12, 15, 20,000 shares. Shouldn't be a problem. It's continuing a little higher pre-market here, but on high volume, as you can see. The high back on this day of June 9th was 714. And then above 714, there's no resistance until the low back here of 1164. So that's what we would call gap fill. Now it does have the 200 moving average at about 10. So $10 is going to be a bit of resistance on this. I'm going to move my order up towards 7. We'll watch a pullback. It really needs to form a pullback. It's, as you can see, quite extended here. So the problem, with buying this like right here at 92 is just the fact that you might have resistance at the whole dollar. So as we approach half dollars and whole dollars, those can be psychological areas of resistance. Now, they can be breakout points, which is definitely true, and that's why we often are trading around them. But when something as extended as this is, this basically gave a pretty clean move from about 60 right here, 55, up to 95. So it's due for a little bit of a pullback. Now again, if you already have a cushion on it, you could take it, let's see what the high's 95. So, you could take a trade on a breakthrough 95, but it's just a higher risk trade if it's your first trade. So we're going to watch this one, a couple others on the scan. ENTX, that one's pulled back quite a bit. YVR, it's also pulled back. CBay. Notice on Msft, the topping candle right now is a little baby green doji. Those are candles of indecision. They indicate a possible reversal is coming. They don't guarantee it, but they indicate it. And then the next candle going red is the confirmation of at least a short-term reversal. And it may be short-term only in the sense of 3 or 4 minutes, and then it moves back up, but still short-term. And as a day trader, we're focusing on short-term time frames. So the low down there is 76. First 1 minute candle to make a new high. I'm going to take a long here at 90 for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high for the break over 7. And I'm going to look for a test to 715. So I'm adding there at 7. There's 702, 703, 708. I'm selling half and selling the rest there. New order is going to be to add. Does it hold 7? I'm adding back here at 703, 8,000 shares, because it held 7. It pulled back. It held the support of 7. So now I'm back in and looking for the break of 710. 715 is our daily kind of spot. Added there at 710. And my stop is just under 7, and I want to see this squeeze through 715 and then up towards 720. Sold for now. So the stop right there at 7. Oftentimes, rather than risk, so that was a $4,000 trade. So rather than risk having it flush down, I much prefer just to bail out a couple cents above the logical spot. So the logical spot at the $0.50, if you wait for that to break, you're going to get a flush, and the next thing you know, you're stopping out at 690. So first 1 minute candle to make a new high there was good, but we came up to 12, which is almost to the penny at the daily resistance spot. And now this, again, 714 is daily resistance. So we'll see. 8,000 shares was just the dip right down here off of 7 when I added. I was already in down here. I took a 10,000 share starter, added another 10,000 shares for the break, and actually added again at 7. So max share size on this one is going to be 40,000 shares. There's no problem trading with 40,000 shares. It's got over 10 million shares, almost 10 million shares of volume now. So I'll be aggressive when I see good opportunities on it. It's liquid. It's easy to get in and out. 10,000 share blocks. It's not a problem. All right, so the high there is 712. It's pulling back a little bit. New order is going to be at 712 in case it breaks this level. Back in at 705 for the breakthrough 712. Now I want to see 718, 719. New orders at 720. I take some profit into the breakout, hold the rest with a stop at break even. The new high is 720. If it holds up, I'll add back over 720. Added there at 714 for the break of 20. There's 21. So we've got 13 by 15. I sold the rest at 11 for right now. So I'll let that pull back for a second. High is 23. Okay, so next one down. So this is Msft. Again, pharmaceutical stock. We've got a catalyst today. So I'm fine with all of that stuff. S3 on the stock. Let's see. We have a shelf registration filed for $100 million. That's often what they put as the proposed maximum price. So there is risk on that we could see a secondary offering, so be mindful of that potential risk. This isn't something I'm wanting to buy and hold. These are going to be quick trades. Pre-market high, I'm going to move this up now to 723. The S3 is right here. So, oops, right there. So this is a shelf registration. We talk about this in the Warrior Starter and then in more depth in the Warrior Pro classes. So shelf registration lets us know that this company is prepared to sell more shares onto the open market, and that could happen at really any time. So it's a definite risk factor. My swing trades from yesterday on Etsy, Netflix, SPY, and SPX, which is also the SPY, sitting up about 1,100 on those right now. So those will sit there for now. I took those after or added to some of those positions after we finished our recap from yesterday morning. Tesla, higher priced earnings were yesterday. They were a beat. So although it surprises me in some ways, it is continuing higher. So I don't know, hard to think this is going to break over that level, but maybe it will. Anyways, that's
in a whisper. I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. It's gonna be hype. Okay, so hit the like button. Look at that, y'all running it up. God bless you. I'm so hyped right now. So hyped right now. Wow. Let's go, baby. Okay. Anyways, is that weird? It's cool. I could kind of yell while I whisper. I kind of like that for a little bit. Are you ready, though? Honestly, like 400 or 500 of you already checked in. God bless you guys. I hope you realize you have a blessing coming your way. And just understand, man, you have a purpose. You were born in this generation for a reason, my friend, okay? For a reason. Otherwise, you would have been born at some other time. You should, again, I can't say it enough. Like, you could have been on the Mayflower, but you weren't. So you know what I'm saying? So God bless you, bro. Take advantage of everything this world and technology offers, because you were born for it. You know that. You were built for it. Oh, come on. SPY is coming down. Here is your quote of the day, your positive message. Are you ready? Are you ready, baby? Are you ready? Here it is. Here it is. Do not cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it. Quote, unknown. Nobody knows who said that. Nobody knows who said that, but it hits. But it hits. I hope you're nimble. I hope you're humble. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You better get ready to stick and move. Because I'm just saying. Just don't cling to the mistake. No, just because you spent a lot of time making it. It hit me too. It hit me. I was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good. Okay. Okay, Michael Scott said that. Okay, if Michael Scott said that, I still like it. It's beautiful. So God bless you. I love all of you. Okay? Be happy. Be excited. Show some love in the chat. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram. Lawn terms are on the way, baby. If you go to every single one of my Instagram posts, there is a lawn term on there. Nike is hiring a metaverse director. Let's see if metaverse news hits. Does it hit like it used to? Tesla coming down. We just made the McDonald's. That's the first and only play of the day. And then Intelia. So we'll see. That's good. You're getting divorced now. It's okay. You could get married to the cult. We love you. It's fine. Just don't make it awkward. You know what I'm saying? I love you. God bless you. I missed the peach. No, I didn't. Was it a real peach? Oh, it was Peach Whisper Frizz. Whisper. That's a diff, bro. That's like an offshoot of the offshoot. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I love it. God bless the peaches, baby. Spy's coming down. I need to go pee. Please hold. Please hold. I can talk to you still. They're like, Josh, are you talking to yourself? It's like, bro, you hear me. How the am I talking? Man, so what's up, man? Okay, just start living good. Start living good, bro. It's gonna be a volatile day. Bro, what a day. What a day. If I come back and this whole market is red, bro, I wouldn't even be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Bro, honestly, I smell bad today. Bro, I think I might, instead of phyllo, I might need to go take a shower. I've been working out too much. Too much testosterone. I'm smelly. Y'all know I don't like smell. I get really smell sense. I'm sorry, the market's going down. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to share with you more of my life. I think we all friends here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine not being our friend. That's crazy. Why wouldn't you be our friend if you hear every day? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love you for real. God bless you. Okay? Put a smile on your face. Whew. Those some acts like middle school. I feel you. I took the market with me. It's okay. He's back. Literal shower stream. I could probably stream from the shower. It'd be awkward. I could call my other phone and put my phone by the mic. And then I could just call you from the shower if that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to keep the same charts up. Oil is nasty on the rip or on the drop. On the drop. Again, bro, they're still, don't get confused by the plan. They're still dropping oil in the market with the SPR but they're being hella weird about it. Again, with like the sales and then the loans and then the amount that they've put out. But SPY's coming up here now. That was just a very, very big flip. Again, Tesla's starting to come down. Volume is staying pretty consistent. You're still positive. The Dow and the SPY are holding. This is tech. Again, watch Apple. Again, Tesla after some point is going to weigh a little bit more heavily, but watch Tesla and Apple. EIA says natural gas stockpiles fell. Is Robinhood showing wrong balance for anyone else? No, I think we got. I mean, honestly, I might, in my mind, I think it's the wrong balance, but I've just been clapped. But no, I got it. It's good for now. Sometimes you got to refresh though. I know what you're talking about. Nah, y'all laughing for real. I was like, Robinhood, hey, you gave me someone else's account. And they're like, nah, man, the market clapped 97% of everything. And when you said drop below, it came back, and then it came back yesterday, and then now it just bounces around like 10K every single day. That's all. It's just, bro, this market is wild. Literally, yesterday it was up to like 110. And then today it comes right back, and now it's at like 101. The day before that, it was below 100. It's like, dude, it's like, what is going on? It's so, like, come on, dude. Like, it's chill. Just relax. Let's see. The Abbots. All the other plays that were up came down. SPY really, really dumped. Again, even though SPY calls, again, those are coming back to life, but this is just going to kill the momentum on any of the shorter terms. And then the puts, we'll see how those move. Yeah, GG. Oh, see, look at you, dude. It's like where they're making us relive Powell. They literally gapped you right back up to the second question where the market went down. Then they took you back up to the first question and then the press conference. And then they got you back up to the release. And then they're like, I think there's room to raise rates. There's a lot of room. They're like, Again, Powell did. If you guys didn't watch the watch list, those 3 quotes from yesterday, the first one, I heard it on Bloomberg. They brought up the first quote 3 times in one segment, and then I think another 2 times in the 2 little other segments they had. Is Biden talking? No, this is just this is the flip. Again, Europe was bad. We were down 2% post-market. Or no, Europe did good. China is the one that did bad. But I think Europe bounced. Europe was actually very, very red. That's weird, actually. Europe flipped. XOM. There's Intel, Tesla. I don't know if the puts came back, though, or how much. Yeah, there you go. The puts I grabbed yesterday are back to break even, but the other ones that were down before that are still down. And then the call is down 60% now. BFI on the low. Again, oil started to drop there. Intel, there's big leaders on the way down, but then there's also good upside here. But it's weird that tech is taking the brunt of it. Here we go again. We still got a big move, but, I mean, sadly, it'll be another 1.5% green to flip red. We'll see. Tesla's getting a candle there at the bottom, down 7.5%, 860. Remember, 850 is that level that you got to see. So imagine not selling Roblox at 140. Again, all of you have been here for the month to see the comments. Again, we appreciate your feedback and comments. Thank you for watching the Stock Market Live. We hope you have a wonderful day. And we do have merch if you are interested. Thank you. Yes, thank you for watching Stock Market Live. We appreciate your feedback. Please review the description. There's merch available. And make sure you sign up for Rapid Rewards. Thank you. Bro, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's wild. It's every single negative comment, man. It has turned into a breakthrough for the merch. I did not even notice that. You know that? It's crazy. Apparently, a lot of y'all did not know we have merchandise. So we do have merch. And again, thank you for your complaints. You guys have sparked something without realizing it, and thank you. Oh yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's a good quarter. It's a good quarter for the merch, surprisingly. Now maybe you guys will start working out, and we could bring the pre-workout back. Okay. Josh is ultra nice this 2022. Nah, I said something. I said something. Even my girlfriend got hella scared yesterday. Because I said it, I was just like, she said I was kind of being nice too. And I just said, man, at the end of the day, I was like, I just don't even care anymore. Like, I'm not really like too worried about, like, I had like four different phone calls yesterday. Every single one of them was negative. I had people asking me about this. I was just like, at this point, man, I'm like, bro, I've been thoroughly trained through the last like 4 years, and then this like last 2 years of crazy decisiveness, indecisiveness, and divisiveness. I was like, man, I'm just chilling now. And she was worried. She's like, what do you mean? So you don't care about it? I was like, bro, relax, yo, relax. So it's good, man. That's why too, again, any negativity, as I could say, I mean, just thank you for watching the Stock Market Live. And we appreciate your feedback, and we have merch. I'm telling you, I'm seriously though, for all of you out there, I'm telling you, if you feel free to use this in your real life. You know what I'm saying? If you ever encounter a difficult situation or a difficult person, all you got to do is say, thank you for your feedback, and for watching the Stock Market Live. I appreciate it, and you could let them know you have merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all you got to do. It's great. Biotech shorts are on the high. SPY's dancing around here again. Watch the weakness in Intel, Netflix. Netflix literally just gave up 4% from the top. And then watch Apple. Again, Apple's about to go negative for pre-earnings there. Tesla puts are now back up. The second set, not the first set. So keep that in mind. Second set wants to come up, or the first set wants to come up. So we'll see. But put premium is actually now raising. But again, the same thing happened here with the calls. This range is shitty. I hope you realize it here. Is that when you're looking at the range of like premiums, like this was enough to bring premiums barely up, and then when it flips, this is enough to bring the puts barely up. But if you don't get any continuation from these moves, it's not there. I got 9 to 5. Take trades between meetings and listening. Thanks for your great comments and positivity. Hell yeah, bro. A lot of people are like that in here. Again, then we got people even on the stream alerts. I know a lot of people who've been here for years. They just grind while they're working. So get it where you fit in. I mean, usually we'll see if it gets really volatile. We can know when the market events are crazy. You could kind of pick up on a crazier day. Today's kind of in the middle. So, I mean, I would just if you're in between work, just check the market and just see. I mean, if you watch any of the green turn red, that'll be bad. And then that's going to be it. This program makes my day. God bless you. Thank you. I hope your day is made, and I hope we can finish out the rest of the year with the same smiles. And honestly, we didn't even start out with a lot of smiles. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Work and lurk, baby. SPY, another red right now. We're going through the bottom. Let's see. Huge red. I mean, watch this. See Tesla, watch Intel. Where's TLT? Work and lurk. How have I never used this term? I know it's good. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday, but thank you. And happy birthday to you, too. And thank you for watching the Stock Market Live. Thank you. It's the gap fill. This is the today gap fill. I think it's still, again, earnings and choppiness. I mean, at the very least, I was a little surprised this morning when it was up so much. But now, I mean, after all it took was an hour, I mean, choppiness is definitely here. So it's weird, though, because, again, this is bad early on right now, but it's still very, very early. So we're going to have to see how it goes on both directions. Filling the gap. So it's just very technical. It's like when there's a gap made up or down, people think that it's like if it has to get filled in. So like you have to have like continuity essentially. So like this was a gap, right? And it never got filled. And that's why people say you have to come back down and fill it, or even on the upside. And like you'll see it'll gap up and then the candle will come back down and then it'll go up and close up there. So it's a very, very technical thing. I mean, you've seen it happen a lot lately, but it's also not, it's something too where it kind of like, it will slip. Just like, again, you could go look at charts. There's many gaps that have been unfilled, but they, again, as of late, they have been for the most part. $59. Yeah, it tells this isn't enough yet. SPI. 125 names down on the S&P. It's not bad. The Netflix, the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has more names down than not. So you actually do have more pressure. More pressure on the downside. SPY and Dow are good right now, but it's the NASDAQ. And again, you can see it's a pretty big difference now at this point. 0.29 on the NASDAQ and then up 1% on the Dow. It's not bad. This is going to be, I'm trying to think of, I wonder how Apple earnings with Tesla, I think we'll see where Tesla finishes today. Because, again, this will say a lot. I mean, we even got to see Netflix. What are they pricing in? So, why doesn't it show up? Where's the little MMM thing? Why'd they get rid of that, bro? Are they gonna do me like that? Either way, $82 it looks like. They're gonna make us work. Oh, it's Amazon. I get confused, America. You know? Yeah, there you go. 5.5. I said, wow. $70 for Aapl. Very big. It looks like $7, $5.80, $2.40. They're at $162. So $3.50, $6.70. $6.70 on $162. 16 is 10%. So what is that? That's like 3.5. It's actually not pricing in a lot at all. That's actually good. So Apple might end up moving pretty decent, low key. But you got to be careful on the weekly because tomorrow's Friday. So I think that's where it gets kind of watered down a little bit. But that's what we got to watch out for. So pretty much watch for even today. I mean, watch for a $5 to $6 move on Apple, both up or down. NVAX on the low. Amazon, it's not saying. But I think Amazon is pricing like $80. We'll have to check then. That's going to be the key. Starting to look choppy. It is. But that's why, again, I don't know how much hope to place in Apple earnings. See, that's what I'm trying to decide. Otherwise, I mean, let me see. Let's see if there's any, again, this is going to be the key to all of it. The Fed futures. Again, I posted this link, so if you guys don't have it, you should check it. We should do something with the happy birthdays you get. Make 366 NFTs. Y'all are really smart. You know that? Y'all, honestly, y'all are really, really smart with this. He said include a February month with some extra ones. I like it. Bro, why won't this load? I still think good news, bad news is still good news. I think we're in a very, I think we're in puberty is the best way to describe it. I think we're in puberty between relying on Daddy Powell and now Powell is kind of letting the market do its thing. Does that make sense? Because that's where that's the biggest thing I'm worried about is that in the next coming days that, analysts are either, just if they get too crazy or not. It's just like, I don't think people realize how much the market is up to the market right now. It's just like it's really now, if the sentiment in pricing and if the big dogs really start pricing in very, very aggressive moves, the market will move aggressively, and then vice versa. If they want to pull back or they kind of think, if people saw Powell as hawkish for the last 3 months now, and if people think that's good enough to fight inflation, we will see. But this is going to be the biggest thing now. I'm telling you right here. Look at this is the worry, and this right here will crash the market temporary, or this would add another not crash. This will give you another 10% drop, I would say. If this number right here, you see 05 to 075 on March, all you got to do is look at this one. There's two. Look at March and then look at December. And then again, you're going to have to calculate which amount leads to what. But essentially, if December starts pricing in more than 5 rate hikes now and then confirms the 5th and then goes up, that'll be worse. But then right here, right now, 0.5 point cut. So if these numbers change, this is the Fed futures. So this is literally people buying bond futures. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it's up to the bond market has taken back control, or that's what it seems like. Literally, literally right now it seems as if Powell, he handed it off to the bond market yesterday, but I don't think everyone's really realized it. So, to a degree, if you really think about it, so that's why it's like little by little now, TLT and the bonds is going to have a lot of stuff, but it's the Fed futures. So if people start buying these Fed futures, right? If let's say Goldman Sachs comes out with a note, JP Morgan, and then everybody in between, and then everybody on YouTube is like, yo, the market is going to, Powell needs to respond to 7.1% inflation. And then, and everybody starts doing that. But then the big dogs go, and then the big dogs start buying up these Fed futures to say, yeah, if everyone starts saying, yeah, I think we're gonna get more rate hikes, and then they start buying this future, and it goes again, the supply demand imbalance, and people buy a lot of it. That's it. And then this would be the most negative one, because this right here is pricing in pretty much 2 rate hikes at the first rate hike. Yes, Powell didn't fumble. He just didn't want the ball. Yeah, I feel. Actually, that's what he said yesterday, bro. He's like, hey, man. He's like, what was the quotes are crazy. Again, I had to find you the quotes. I had to get them for you. Bro, I'm telling you, the quotes were crazy from yesterday. Can I just read them to you again? Can I please just read them to you? Let me read. He said the first one, and this is the one everybody is going to trip on, and they were today. Quote, I think there is quite a bit of room to raise interest rates without threatening the labor market. Again, last time he said something like that in 2018 in reference to tapering, and the market freaked out because literally, again, even one of the Bloomberg people noted it. you got to realize Powell is a very cautious person, right? Think about how cautious Powell is in all of the meetings that we've had. And just think about his word choice and everything. He literally said, I think there's quite a bit of room to raise interest rates without threatening the labor market. That's the first one. Second quote, we are willing to move sooner and perhaps faster than the last time we shrunk the balance sheet. The last time they tried to shrink the balance sheet, the market dropped 30% in 2018. You could blame other reasons, but keep that in mind. And finally, my favorite. The market is pricing in a number of rate hikes and balance sheet contraction to start later this year. We feel like the communication we have with the public and markets are working. What the? So that's where I'm saying he handed off the ball, and now it's just this, everyone thought he was behind the curve, and now he is going to be, I think he's going to say, okay, you show me where the curve is. Fair enough. Fair enough. It looks like our communication is working. I'll be like, that was a job that was successful? Okay. That's what it looks like. Yeah, so that's good. But that's what I was saying. The quotes are crazy. But I do think it's going to be like, what's it called? I do think it's going to be like 2018, though. Again, I think you're going to get a little bit of choppiness following the meeting. I think we might get one. Roblo 59. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, give me give me like 4 days. Just give me 4 days and let my check-in hit my savings. And, that one's looking good. That one's looking good. I mean, all I could say is, imagine not selling out at 140. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the stock market live, baby. Thank you for your feedback. No, I'll probably buy more of that there. Unfortunately. But that one, now we're going to be reluctant there for earnings. Nothing. Is she the one selling it? Nah, again, bro, this was just everything. This was just, it's one of those, it's the rate hikes mixed in with the, even Airbnb too. Again, those are some of the best earnings there too, in the last quarter. If you guys remember, these were the companies that held up absolutely well. Even Uber's coming down too. The Pelosi plays down 70%, 80%. What? There's Roblo, Unity. Where's ASON? 47. Oh my gosh. There's no news. This is just right now. This is the choppiness from yesterday. Really, there wasn't any news except for, there was some good earnings. Just literally debates back and forth on what Powell means. And then you also had to have, what's it called? Oh man, I'm blanking. There's one more thing. I know you guys kept saying Dustin, and I just thought about Dustin. I forgot about Dustin. Dude, yeah, what the hell happened to Dustin, bro? He was buying a couple mil every 2 weeks. But there's one more thing for today. What was it? Oh, Asia and Europe. So literally, that was part of it too. You have everybody else looking at our. Everyone else was digesting this at the same time. Yeah, but ASON, bro, that one's disgusting. All of them. It's just it happened in stages. That's the part that makes me like, okay. It's like you could have seen it coming, but not really, in the sense that I think this is what it feels like when you kind of get popped on the bubble. Because if you remember, there was different names getting clapped one by one, and they all look like these charts, essentially. It started with other ones. That's why I'm even saying with like Tesla and now some of the later stage companies, especially watching Netflix go down too, those are the ones I'm getting really worried about now. But it's like you saw it go one by one with like what was it first? It was like even Snapchat. That was the first warning that we got, and then you started seeing a lot of them. But even then, last earnings, some of them held up very good, but then, bro, some of these got killed. And I know software was a big loser, but you saw it spread even into the big ones. But this chart, it looks just like Snap. Every chart does. Again, Snap did it what in October? No, it had to have been. Yeah, I guess it was October. I felt like it was a little bit later. They had the good earnings here, but there was a lot of them that one after the other, they started doing that. So that's where it's like you could have seen it, but that's the repricing going on in the market, and we're gonna really, I mean, again, we'll see as Powell. That's why Powell kind of letting things price a little bit further. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, Snap was the canary. I mean, I said that in the video, but I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would spread to a broader basis. It spread to everything at a what's it called? Like it went beyond industry. It went beyond advertising, tech, and even a little bit beyond the whole pandemic thing. So that's why, again, I call that video the warning on there, but it was, to see it hit, it even started to hit companies with good earnings, good data, and that's where it started to shift a little bit. But that's what I'm saying. That was like our first sign of all of this, if you really think about it. And then the first taper tantrum that we got here, we had the early signs here, but then the Santa rally kind of fooled us a little bit there. And I mean, things literally, you had 3 weeks of 5% swings. But that's where it's like, again, a lot of things, everything got indiscriminately clapped, and then you got double clapped depending on earnings. Roblox low again, 59.68. This is below IPO now, right? Yeah, it has to be. This is a first time breaking below, and that's after literally your best quarter. What are the price upgrades at? Let's see. So here's Roblox, the latest one, 3 days ago? Buy at 95. The lowest price target is 70? That's what I'm looking here. The average target right now is 114. But this is a very, very wild move on that one. Let me check the other metric. When does growth become too damn cheap to ignore? I mean, right now, but it just depends what kind of quality it is, right? It's like even then, I'm even think like Netflix. I don't know if this is gonna blow your mind. I was considering. I'm even still considering buying Netflix for the long term. Believe it. I mean, I haven't bought this stock. I mean, my last purchase on it back in the day was like 2015, I think. But this is what I like about it, is that literally we could go back in time. Do you see what I'm saying? Is that literally, it was like, if it does stay at these prices, Netflix over Square, maybe. I mean, again, I do like Netflix a lot. So that's why I'm like, it could be a decent one. But that's where it's like, so honestly, I mean, you pretty much, like, you do have, like, growth is very, very cheap right now, to say the least. So it's like you could do a couple of things. No Tesla since yesterday. The strangles are kind of in no man's land. I mean, they came up. One of the puts is up, but the other ones are still, they're fighting out there. Apple is going to pop and drop. It could if it does the premium cups. SPY's bouncing back above VWAP or back up to the opening levels here. What time is it? 7:50, hour and a half. MRK going. MRK's up 3. Do you consider holding it BNB? Are you talking about Binance currency, or are you talking about Airbnb? Dow up 51.50. Yeah, Dow is up 500 points. Airbnb. Yeah, we own a lot of Airbnb. We still have it. We got almost like 200 shares between all the accounts, over 100 on the long term. And then I got a bunch of Leaps. I probably have 1,000 shares in Leaps. So I like Airbnb a lot. Again, that one I'm chill. Again, I don't even, because I'm pretty sure the earnings are going to be very, very good. Like, let me see. You think Friday will be froggy? It could. I mean, well, we're going to see how today is, and then we need. I want to see where Tesla closes, because that was a cuck of earnings. And then I want to see, again, obviously Apple. And then from there, I think we'll have a better idea. Average down on Nancy plays or average down on Roblox. I'd say shares would probably be the best. Let me see. Where is it? Trying to see where to. I want the Roblox earnings data. I need to see that. By cuck of earnings, where it just doesn't do anything. Because again, Tesla barely moved pre and post market. The real thing has been the post following after the earnings, but it was priced in 10, and it didn't really. Now it's kind of close to it, but it's still pretty bad. Yeah, I'm still holding all the Amazon calls. They're clapped. Apple's coming up. See if Netflix comes up. PayPal's on the high. Yeah, PayPal's actually kind of moving pretty decent there. I think there's an update on the Apple iPhone payment processor. They said it has a long way to go. Kansas City Fed manufacturing came in at 20. What was expected? Is that why we're running off that? Oh, we got core PCE too. That was earlier this morning. I didn't realize. Kansas City Fed was 24. Estimate was 21. Pending home sales, that was down. And then I forgot PCE this morning was actually kind of bullish. I think that's where probably people are probably excited. GDP was good, but then I totally forgot about PCE. Still high, but not too bad. SPY will come back down to today. We'll find out. Again, Kansas City, at least manufacturing numbers were good. PayPal's running up over there. After the massive sell-off, I think people are interpreting, Powell, that core PCE will help too. Even the jobless claims. But really, this is just the chop. And usually, I mean, we've seen like, that's why I said choppiness, because we've seen like smaller moves following Powell. If it doesn't really continue the trend of yesterday, it will kind of just move a little smaller. But then like a couple days later, usually the SPY does end up. Again, at the end of the day, you got a big, even though Powell was very hawkish, the market has already been pricing in very, very hawkish. So that's like the good part. But now the one thing you got to realize, we kind of got Powell out of the way. So at least until we get the Fed minutes or hear from him in a month and a half, you've gotten the news away. You got the news event out of the way, essentially. So that's at least one part of the reason. But it's really hard to say exactly why, except for volatility. Again, we're in peak volatility. So, I mean, today with the market being down, yesterday after moving 3% up and down, and then for us to shoot back up 1%, come back down to red, and then come right back up, even though it's weird, it's not weird for the last 30 days or so. We've kind of seen it all. So that's where it's like, I just think it's the nature of the volatility, and it's running with multiple points here, is that we got to be able to say, okay, there's all of this, there's different pieces of news happening right now, different things to digest. Now we still got earnings. We got one big event out of the way, but it's saying, there's still going to be a lot of the ups and downs. And yes, on the watch list, I mean, this is kind of the prediction that we had. I said to just expect a little bit more chop I'm expecting a little bit more chop with a downside bias. But then I think by next week, and then depending on earnings, we'll get another relief bounce, and then I think the real action comes into play, depending on what the minutes are or any of the other catalysts that show up. You think the Amazon calls can come back? I think it's possible, but the probability has definitely dropped unless they have good earnings. If they have good earnings and can really, really do good, and the thing why Amazon might be able to do it is because they guided down really bad last time. Remember, they're not even expected to make a profit this quarter. So it's not going to be their best quarter, but if they do good, it could end up being good there. Amazon's strong. Apple's even strong. PayPal's still up. Where is Amazon? It's up 3 still, 3.6. Hope you're doing great today. I am, man. I'm feeling great. I mean, I'm excited. I've been thinking a lot about I was like, man, this has only been 1 month. It's crazy. Even then, I've noticed this is the first time ever that the beginning of the year has moved fast. Is that just me? I don't know. I feel like last year, bro, it was like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. But like, bro, this has been the first time. Bro, this has been the first time where I like looked in the beginning of the year and I'm like, what? It's already the end of the month? I was like, yo, January's been a long, bro. I'm like, what? Or like fast. It wasn't even long. It was just fast. No, bro, it was crazy. This is the first time I've been like, yo, I thought the year just started, bro. I thought we were just like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You're getting old. I know, man. I know. It used to go by. I don't know. Last year was slow, bro. I was old last year, too. And then I was like, last year was slow. Bro, last year shit was like freezing. You had people, weren't they scaling buildings last year? Was that 2021? I don't know. Or is that 20? Oh, yeah, that was. They were scaling buildings. They were scaling the Capitol building, bro. And it felt so slow. There were so many things that happened. And then now it's just like, boop. The month went by quick. Amen. Amen. TOT going the wrong way today. It's been also give it what was it been 2 weeks since the last move? Because the mortgages are moving too. You got to factor in and let them do it. Square on the high too. Everything just got a little red there. Again, little mini rally, but you just got a red. Right back up to VWAP. Make sure you don't get COVID. You sound sick. Again, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys really work out or not, and if you could genuinely relate to it. It's this is just what happens when I go to the gym. Like a lot. This is the money sound. Do you scream in the gym or something? Nah, it's like it works out my body muscles, and then that's it. And then when I like wake up, I'm like tight in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And it's like sore. I gotta put in a little extra work to hold my back up straight. You gotta, I'm like on rest. It's good. It's good though. It's the gains effect. I'm bouncing my pecs right now. That's what we do. Your voice becomes deeper as you produce more testosterone. What are you talking about? I didn't know that. maybe then, I don't know. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. Mm-hmm. Am I buying the dip? We have been buying the dip. We just have not had it not dip, essentially. It's good, though. Back to, what, July levels almost? That's October. That was the low we hit, right? Where was that one? That was right here. That was July. And then that's even the highs there of June. Bouncing at VWAP, Biden will deliver remarks on Breyer retirement 12:30. Where is Tesla? PayPal next leg. Tesla's still down 7. CLX, again, are any of the value plays still holding? Abivi still on the high. Again, Altria, they had earnings. They're doing good. Today, kind of boring. It's choppy. It is chilling, but I mean, if you really think about it, we've almost been here for 2 hours, and the SPY is literally at the same exact point. You have earnings, and again, it's a mix of the volatility with the market, but then also too, I mean, many times this is definitely a pre-earnings type of move. I mean, today is Apple, again, another one of the biggest companies in the world. They are going to be reporting here, so that's what we're going to see. But it is, the volume's lower, and that's like, it's good and bad because there is a lot less volatility in terms of the craziness. There's not the same volume volatility. Fed will hike until something breaks. By repeatedly saying this time is different than the last time, Chair Powell implies a faster rate pace than the quarterly rate increase. The market is pricing in 5 rate hikes this year. The risk is the Fed does more. Keep in mind that 5 rate hikes will only get you to about 1.25 compared with the neutral level of 2.25 implied by the Fed's long-term dots. In other words, even with 5 to 6 rate hikes this year, they would still be adding stimulus, albeit less. The Fed wants to get closer to neutral as possible without triggering turmoil in the credit markets, and will keep pushing markets in that direction. Every time the market gets comfortable with the new level of hawkishness, the Fed pushes it up a notch. Said differently, the Fed may only stop when financial conditions become restrictive enough. Hot dog. So, there's a number you need to look for. Are you ready? Are you ready? So if you come to the Fed futures here, I'm going to put this in the chat. And every single one of you needs to save this link for the rest of your life, okay? At least for the next 12 months. This is probably going to be important, okay? Okay, so save that link. Night Scope opens at 14.40 IPO. And then now, this is the next thing you're going to look for, okay? Come to December. And now do you see the problem here? These are the 2 numbers you got to watch out for. Because if these go above 60%, anything above 1.25 going above 60%, that is bearish. Again, because literally 1.25 is 5 rate hikes. So I think you would actually be here on this one because 1.25 to a quarter. Right? So I think it's anything above these 2. So if 157, 17 to 2, and 2 to 25, if these go up and they start going above 60, or if this even gets to 60, this is where the market, this will be very, very negative, or it will at least cause some volatility. Please don't overstate what I'm saying. And, again, I'm not saying financial collapse or anything like that. I'm just saying, a catalyst to make the market freak out a little bit. It would be anything 60% on 1.25 to 1.5, and then anything above this. So if this starts getting 60%, if this starts getting 60%, that's it. If it's over, you could add the higher percentages. So take a look. I mean, the point is, you see how it's all spread out? That means there's 60% of the market is still agreeing you are going to be having higher rates. But as we get closer to the date, everyone's going to move to one direction. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, take a look here at May, let's say. Like May, you got 70%, right? So that's already priced in, but then watch as we get closer, these ones might start to move. And then you'll notice here, same thing here. This one's still 68 at the one that was higher than the one that's not 60. So it depends on the times, and as we move closer to it, it will try to it'll get in there. But essentially, that's I think December's the number, the two things. So I'm giving you the short end of the curve and the long end of the curve on what to watch for the Fed, essentially for Fed futures. So what you need to be looking for is the 3 on the March. If this right here of 0.5 to 0.7, if this starts gaining traction and gets to like 60% or something like that, that is going to be negative in the short term. And then you will probably get another volatility outburst if the December, again, if we get above 1.2515, if this starts pricing, if anything higher than that starts to get priced in, then we're going to have a problem, because that starts pricing in literally six rate hikes. This right here is the 5th rate hike, 1.25 to 1.5. That is 5 rate hikes on the year. So again, with Powell and just even what we just read there, you know, people are talking about it. I mean, if anything, the market's kind of more comfortable with Powell, and Powell's getting comfortable with it too. But it's like that is where it gets really, really crazy. Like they're saying, after even if you hiked 6 times this year, you would still be having stimulus. Again, we would still be below the 2.5% target. So we could go. We'll talk about this a little bit more, and I'll bring this up. But this is, I mean, that's the base case I'm looking at right now, or as a really big indicator, because it signaled it for us before all of this happened. But I just didn't think the market would. I didn't think Powell would listen to the market. I thought he would have been able to change it with the right conversation. But clearly, Powell is willing to hand it off to the market. So now, I mean, our job is to read it. And if we do get any of these numbers start to show some of that, I mean, it's really telling you where people are. This isn't analysts voting. This is people buying Fed futures contracts. This is people putting down millions of dollars to bet on where the Fed futures will be. Yeah, SPY coming down again. You had that literally. We broke above VWAP, 3 candles come down to VWAP, 5 candle bounce, and then now 2 candles breaking back below. Tesla's still at the low. Watches some of the value and consumer staples give up. I think oil was a little bit weak, but still up today. Let's see. There's another one with China. I'll read this to you for a little bit. Why so many ads on the site? They gotta get that bag, bro. They gotta get that bag. You know what I'm saying? That chart is for reals. We'll talk about it too, though. Again, we'll explain it if some of you are not familiar with that chart. I mean, I'm giving it to you now. I brought it up on the watch list as well too. But you're gonna hear about this a lot, so it will be an explanation we need to go over. But the idea is, you know, those Fed futures and how the futures are priced. The Fed listens to it, and again, after yesterday, I think it has a lot more importance than not. So, like, even from yesterday to today, where is 1.5? It's about the same. These guys are crazy, man. So SPY coming back down. You're slightly below where we open. NASDAQ 0.75% up. And then 1% on the SPY. And then Dow Jones is the leader as of now. Again, only 5 names are down. The SPY, how many? Remember, NASDAQ, only 95 names down. Again, the majority right now. I think there's a little bit of tech. Again, Tesla is down a lot. What's your thoughts on consolidating my Coca-Cola position to purchase Roblox? Average price for Coke is 47 and portfolio is heavy with it. Honestly, if you're getting dividends and you got it at that price, I mean, in this marketplace, I mean, why would you swap out Coca-Cola for growth? Essentially, I wouldn't. I personally, I wouldn't do that. Even though I love Roblox, I mean, if I had a fat position with Coca-Cola that you're at least yielding like 3-4% on that, I assume, if not more. I would rather keep that, and then I would take whatever extra money. If you could add deposits to it, I would just put the deposits into Roblox if you wanted. But I would hold Coca-Cola. I'm telling you, it's a very hot commodity right now. A good value name in this marketplace, especially if you got that condition. I would keep it. I thought assets win. Assets do win. That's why, again, I mean, he's saying which asset should I get? You know, he's saying Coca-Cola or Roblox. And in this environment, if you're telling me you are, it's like when people tell me, oh, I inherited a house, and I inherited this house. It's paid off. You know, my family bought it years and years and years ago for a fraction of the price. And I just get to own it. They're like, I want to sell it and then I want to go start a new business. I would say, fuck you, go hold the house, don't sell it. You know, they're both not bad, sure, but if, you know, usually if you have already held it for long enough where you have that big of a cushion, and then on top of it, the cherry on top here in this marketplace, if you have value, when in real, like, consistent economic value, payout, dividend, all of that, it's, you know, it's a very, very good one to have. Yeah, we did talk about this on the real estate call yesterday. So literally, you know, somebody told me they said, what should I do with a property if I inherit it? And I gave the warning. I said, for a lot of people, I said, hold the property, because a lot of the deals I get, people come to me and they, what's it called? They come up to me and they do it to, they want to sell property they inherited. And I tell them the same thing. I tell people this all the time. I've had so many people, they're like, yo, I inherited this property, and they know I buy houses. So they're like, yo, we want to sell it. And I tell them, I'm like, I wouldn't sell it if I were you. I would just keep it because of taxes. Again, you've held it for so long, your cushion, and again, the value, especially in this market right now. Again, there's intrinsic reasons, and then extrinsically, when you look at the climate of the market, sometimes some investments are better or worse than others. So that's it. Stop telling people to do what to do. Okay, thank you for your feedback in the Stock Market Live. I will not tell you what to do in response. I will take your suggestion, and we have merch. Thank you. But like I said, I would even tell them not to do it. Right? I would say don't sell your house at all. It's not worth it. So in this case, like I'm saying, even with the climate, if you've already owned Coca-Cola in a value play and you've built that much of what's it called? If you've built that much equity, why wouldn't you you know, just hold it and ride it out? Even though Roblox is at a good price, so I don't know how much money you have in it. If it is like a sizable portion above like $100,000 or something like that, if you really wanted to trim like 10% and put it in a Roblox, I could vibe with that. But at the end of the day, it's like, as much as I love Roblox, if you got that position on Coca-Cola, I would ride that out, and then I would throw any new money at Roblox, but I would keep the old money there. Josh, you could yash him. I don't care, honestly. That's it. I'm glad there's volatility in the market, because at the end of the day, right, the market comes back to normal. Things aren't as crazy. It's like, if people want to waste their time for whatever with negativity, I mean, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, everybody got bills due. Some people going to have to get a job soon. It's like, if you are going to waste your time, I mean, messing with me the whole day, I feel you. But, well, thank you for your feedback. It's the Stock Market Live. You know, we're glad you're here, and we have merch. That's it. There's a level of peace. I've banned so many less people. It's nice, but honestly, I just feel bad for anybody constantly wasting their time. That's why I'm like, hey man, if that's your prerogative, it's good, man. It's straight. And thank you for your feedback. Thank you for watching the views. You're hooking me up with the clicks and shit. So keep it up, and share the video too while you're at it. And we do have merch. We need energy. I'm trying not to. My voice is coming back. Do you see? I have to get, like, you know, I'm getting it like controlled. I'm not going too crazy with it. But I'm ready to scream at every minute. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I am too positive, as some would say. As some would say. Nah, voice is fine. I feel great. I feel fine, man. I feel fine. They did know yesterday. Well, again, we had a real estate call there too, though, yesterday. So, I mean, shout out to real estate squad. I was talking a lot yesterday. I had Powell. I was screaming. We did after hours, bro. We were on the real estate call. We were answering questions for like an hour and a half. Oh, it was so, at least I put the voice to good work. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. But my voice was really, really clapped yesterday. SPY coming down. Watch if Tesla. Where's the other death today? Intel. Market has no direction to go in. I don't think it's an overly positive sign. I'm with you. But it's like it's something more expected. It's just like, again, choppiness after yesterday. I think we're going to get it. And the only part I don't know is how much downside. That's the only thing that actually I can't really put a finger on it because I'm not going to rely on the technicals. If you really think about it, it's just like that's why it's like after a Fed meeting, you can't expect a lot of back and forth, right? So, but it's like I think we're going to be choppy with the downside bias, but I just don't know how aggressive the market is going to price following Powell, and that's what I'm saying. It's just I couldn't tell you where that low would be, but usually again, I think we're going to chop around, go a tiny bit lower, and then it's going to do a little bounce, and then from there, then we're going to get hit with a big catalyst, then we'll get hit with the minutes, and then that's where I think it starts to hit a new range. So I could be a little bit, it could happen earlier than I expect, and that's what I'm saying. I don't really have a downside guidance in terms of how low we could go. I mean, how low can you go? Do your stocks hang low? Do it wobble to the flow? Did Powell crap the growth? Do you not know where it goes? I buy Roblox on the low. It went high and then now it's low. Then the chain hang low. Yeah. My best bet, SPY 340 pre-pandemic high. Yo, man, chill. Chill, bro. Chill. Relax. Yo, put that away. Put that away. Relax. Okay, you can't come in here waving that SPY 340 like that, bro. Relax. Relax with that SPY 340, man. Just relax. Don't be waving that around. Do you have a permit for that? You got a SPY 340 permit? What the hell? Yo, man, you can't be waving that around out here like that, bro. Just relax, man. I was talking like June, July lows. I'm trying to find how you cannot be, yeah, Paul had that. You been concealing that the whole time? You had a SPY 340 concealed the whole time. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. No, I mean, maybe. I mean, what? The pre-pandemic high, I guess. Yeah, 340. I mean, honestly, though, I see what you're saying on total, like, risk-off event. I'm just talking, like, right now for the next, like, 2 weeks because anything can happen here in terms of that. But, I mean, if we really did totally, like, get panicky, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. Yeah, bro, that was like a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! He just pulled out a 340 out of nowhere. I'm like, what? That's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Did he really just say that? Hold on, put that away, bro. Put that away. SPY 340 is illegal in at least 35 states. At least 35 states. Yo, that's crazy, man. You are the Messiah. All right, man. Honestly, I want to hit you with a thank you for joining Stock Market Live. But honestly, just like forgive me for what I'm about to say. You are a shitty Messiah. Okay? And I only say that because you've said it like 7 times today. But originally with the text, Jesus never walked around and was like, yo, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah. It was only in response to a question when they would ask him. And he said, do you not know who I am? You see, they were asking who he was. So quite frankly, nobody asked who you were today. So relax, okay? And thank you for watching the Stock Market Live. We do appreciate your Messiah feedback, and we do have merch. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's good though. We do have merch. What am I looking to long term? Dude, I don't know, man. Every time, like, bro, every single day there's like a 50% off. I feel like the stock market is ran by all of my Arab cousins. Because every day I look at it, bro, every time I look at it, I'm like, it's like 50% off. They say going out of business sale today only. And then I come back tomorrow, and then it drops another 50%. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought this was going. They say, no, 50% off, Habibi, for you. Every day is 50% off going out of business for some reason. So, I mean, a lot of things keep getting cheaper and cheaper. Again, I mean, Roblox has jumped to the top of my list today just by dropping so much. Again, I hope you guys realize as the stocks go up and down, it's like it's changing my list. Essentially, like I prioritize value and dividends right now, but then if growth goes really, really low, I'm like, shit. All right, man, we might have to take it. They say the sale ending at midnight, yeah, but like that's kind of what's been happening. But the sale is actually happening. I would prefer shares than leaps at this point. How attached am I to gold? I still got gold. I mean, it's funny because when things like move down, you're like, oh, I'm glad I have gold, but I don't like too much gold. I'm not too attached to it. Stop with the merch. That's crazy. Smiling for myself. It's funny. It was your guys' idea. It was your guys' idea. Bro, this guy, Alan, you're still going, man? I'm sorry, bro. I'm like, honestly, like, thank you for tuning into the stock market. I just want to make sure you're okay. All right? This guy woke up today, day after Powell. Everybody's getting clapped. Stock market's down. He's like, yo, I'm going to join a stock market live chat and pretend to be Jesus today. You're like, chill, bro. Like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even like, again, in the merch joke, you guys brought up the merch joke. It's funny. We do have merch, but I'm like, dude, I'm just saying, man. It's like, one, nobody believes it. But even if we did, but I'm just like, yo, it's like, it's 8 in the morning, man. You go to the gym, be tired. Like, that's it. Y'all need to go to the gym. He's like, I came to save you. I'm the Messiah. It's like, I think he's playing the character. He's playing the character. That's good. It's good, though. But I'm just saying, man, it's just... But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure to subscribe. You're on mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watches and main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity, baby. But we've been here for 2.5 hours. We got 4.5 hours left to go. If you got a little extra energy, I mean, you know, this is your time, you know, and if you don't have energy, this is still your time. Again, if you don't know, working out is like a pyramid scheme, right? Because if you work out, you get energy, but you have to have energy to go to work out. So, but you see what I'm saying? So just get the body moving. But ladies and gentlemen, again, you've been here for 2.5 hours. You got 4.5 hours left to go. Sitting is the new smoking. I need you to get beside your desk and do 10 push-ups. Can't do 10, you do 5. Can't do 5, you do 4. Can't do 4, you do 2. Can't do 2, you do 1. Can't do 1, get on your knees, do a push-up, plank, the worm, anything. But get the body moving. Then, optometrist recommendation, stare at object 10, 20, 30 feet away. Blink a few times. Relax those pretty little eyeballs. Blink, 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 blink. Blink, 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 blink. Oh, man. Oh, feels good, right? Woo! I love it. Oh. Then drop your shoulders. Fix that nerd neck. Why are you scrunching it up, man? Okay, why are you scrunching it up, man? That's all you got to do. Drop the shoulders. Okay, chest to the sun. Flex the core. Tuck the hips in. Legs in front of you. Boom, baby! You look good. You look better than Powell. You know that? I'm just saying. I don't know. Powell didn't look good yesterday. You look good. You look good, though, right now. Some of y'all look good. You know what I'm saying? You came to play. Some of you even look good even after your workout. I like it. Some of y'all look good even after getting clapped. I like it. I'm just saying. You still got that chest to the sun. You still got the shoulders drop, bro. That's what I'm... Ooh. Oh, man. They could have taken you... Oh, Luke Riddle, baby. What's up, man? Oh, I just spun around my chair. Where are my resistances? I need my resistances. I'm gonna stand up for a little bit. I'm blushing. Oh wait, I didn't tell you too. Again, legs in front of you, not right behind your computer chair. Come on. Oh, what's up, Aaron Fields? That's my guy right there. Come on. Drop the shoulders, legs in front of you. Okay, you can relax your jaw. Breathe in really deep. Breathe out with your tongue out. Do the dragon breath. Go. Oh, yes, baby. There we go. Look at it. Spice up on that, man. It's good. It's good. Oof. Blinks hit every time, bro. It's good for you. Even the resistances, even the spine needed a stretch there, man. I don't know why everyone could use a stretch. It'd be good, man. It'd be good. Oh, the market bleed has been wild. I mean, the crazy part is I think we're in a weird version of purgatory right now, where the market is still. I think the market has to digest the responsibility we got with Powell yesterday. But it's, again, the range of this is going to be nuttier. We just talked, I don't know if you were here, Luke, but we just did talk about the Fed futures and what to watch out for pretty much short term. Just be on the lookout if the pricing starts pricing in a double rate hike for March. That will be a bearish signal. And then now for December, if the market starts pricing in above 1.25, anything above 1.25 is literally the 5 hikes. 1.25 is 5 hikes. This is 6 hikes. This is 7 hikes. So it's pretty crazy. But that's why it's like right now we're in the middle of kind of figuring out. Facebook's at the high. That's at least good there for big tech. I mean, Tesla kind of looks like it's staying pinned there. MasterCard up 3. Did it go positive? Oh, scammer. They were negative earlier there. That was actually pretty good. How do you tell on the market is pricing in those levels? If it moves up, that percentage point is pretty much telling you people buying it or not. And then it's saying, when it gets to 60%, that's letting you know pretty much 60% of the contracts are on the buy side at that price. And then why do we start taking out? This is the place to be on the watch list. Honestly, just in the last month, with how crazy the markets have been, I've kind of trimmed the watch list just to get to the point quicker, just because there's been so much we need to cover. So don't worry, it will come back. Depends what the market moves, but I mean, literally, like some of the watch lists, I mean, they've been pretty long here every single day, but like they could be a lot longer with how much has been going on. So I've been just trying to make sure that we get right to it, and that's it. What do I think about Meet Kevin's latest moves? Quite frankly, I'm not familiar with them besides what the chat has told me. So, and I don't know really the accuracy or what it is. I've heard he sold $20 million, then he bought $10 million more. I mean, just to me, it just sounds like, trying to time the market in that sense. And like I'm saying, is just simply just go. I mean, hold your investments for a long time. I mean, it's better to be, time in the market than not. That's the way I look at it. So it's not. That's why I hope that people. Just people don't lose sight of the long-term goal, especially if that's if they've been starting within the last year or two. I'm only much more careful with my long term. So when it comes to like long term investments, I pursue that with a lot of carefulness. Again, obviously we trade options and we go back and forth. That has a way different risk there. I mean, and you can see it through everything. But that's the at the very least. I mean, it's again long term and how things are going to play out. I mean, this really isn't. My bigger long term. I haven't even really touched it, nor do I really care about it. in the sense that it's just, if you're below the age of 30 or 40, you have a lot of time on there. And that's just, I kind of prefer the passive approach, but not necessarily going for passive funds. Tesla news was just earnings, and it was good earnings, but they could have been a little bit better in terms of the growth rate, but I think people were just trying to clap it, or like it's easy to be nitpicky, and then the supply chain stuff wasn't good. Lotto calls on Hood. Nah, I mean, I would play Coinbase as a sympathy, but that would it would definitely relate. But I don't know. Robinhood is going to be big again. I think a lot of people have talked about Robinhood becoming a buyout candidate now, amongst other things. So there's a couple of things still at play. Thought their conference call felt very uncertain. The market liked the conference call. I don't think there was enough guidance for I think, and it's good that Elon didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they could have had a lot more, what's it called? He could have drove home the Cybertruck and made that thing go up if he gave better guidance on it. That's the thing. So I'm glad he didn't try to get ahead of itself. So that's the thing. What would you say to yourself when you could go back and start investing? Buy and hold. That's it. Time in the market. The longer you hold it, the less riskier it becomes. Elon just says what he's excited about. He isn't trying to pump shares. I disagree with that, but I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff he's excited about, but I mean, he's not dumb. And when he does stuff again, he even offered, with the McDonald's thing the other day, but I think he, I think but that's why, I'm saying, it's kind of good because I just don't think he used that opportunity this time around to really highlight, what was happening with the Cybertruck. He kept it realistic, which I think is good. Let's see, what was the other one? There was Tesla, Intel. Intel come back up a little. He said ass wiping on the call. Is that in the transcript? It means Ford has an edge. They might. I mean, again, even Ford, bro. You remember Biden yesterday? Holy shit, bro. I didn't know he could do that, bro. He started, what's it called? He started, he's like, oh, dude, I love the Ford, dude, but that Hummer, dude. Oh, dude. It's crazy, dude. That was crazy, bro. He was on top of the advertisement yesterday, man. Bro, I'm telling you, that thing was that was a great advertisement. Oh, dude, they got a little bit of edge, dude. A little bit of Ford edge, dude. Huh? Oh, dude, I love Chevy, dude, but that Hummer, dude. Yeah, my old Chevy, he said 5.5 seconds. I'm like, bro, my Camry do that. Okay, the Camry's 7 seconds, but still. Well, he was hyped off of it. A Hummer 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Cool. Too bad it doesn't have an engine. I'm so mad. Bro, that would have been the only car I would have wanted. I just like the big box cars. That's it. That would have been the car I wanted, man. If they just put a engine in it, man, I don't get why they wouldn't. I really don't get why they wouldn't. Netflix popping a little bit. I don't know if there's news on that. Netflix. There's just another update. That was like 20 minutes ago. It's about Bill Ackman. That's what I want. An elderly person driving a tank that goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and is silent. Yo, man, why did that sound so terrifying? I didn't even think about it like that. Bro, you gonna have people just in these fat ass tanks just creeping and like you can't even hear them? Are you serious? That'll be wild. That'll be wild, actually. It's like, how did you just sneak up on me in a Hummer? What? So Joanne's parking lot's going to be wild. Oh, man. I love you. I love you, man. God bless you. God bless you. And get ready. January's almost over. I think this was the fastest month in history. And months can't